Halloweentown.
Halloweentown.
This is Halloweentown.
Halloweentown.
I like Halloweentown.
Welcome back to Patrick Goes Your Breakdown. If my hair is messed up for the rest of the video, I hope that bit was worth it. My name is Patrick Gozier. Today we're talking about the Disney Channel original movie, Halloweentown! This movie is not scary at all. It may not be as good as you remember, but at the same time, it invented a whole new genre, liminal space horror. The movie opens with this creepy Halloween music and a giant scary pumpkin, and we're like, oh, this is gonna be Disney's first real horror movie. We're not counting Under Wraps. But then it instantly goes into this like, it's like a carnival music. And we see that it's Halloween fun time, except the Cromwell family doesn't get to participate. We meet the three Cromwell children. We have Marnie, we have the other two. What are their names? Marnie, Dylan, and Sophie. Listen, we don't get to Halloweentown for like 30 minutes in this movie, so we're gonna speed through this first part. The Cromwell's mom will not let them celebrate Halloween. They just have to stare longingly out the window at kids trick-or-treating. Even Marnie's friends are like, what's up with you, Mrs. Cromwell?
It does seem a little unfair.
Just like, let them go out. But she won't. Is it because their dad's dead? Which he is? No. It's because they come from a family of witches, and Mrs. Cromwell is from Halloweentown. And we start to get some inklings, more than inklings, a cookie floating in the air. And it's been a pretty lame Halloween. That is, until Grandma Aggie arrives. That's right, Debbie Reynolds, the legend.
And what kind of a grandma do you think I'd be if I didn't bring you presents?
And Debbie Reynolds in this movie is giving her all. I mean, her all. Every line reading is absolutely insane.
Bittige fear, bittige gain, cleedeth freeth, annoyeth bid.
And the mom tells her, you better not tell them that they're from Halloweentown. We don't do that here. My husband was immortal, and so we're raising them to be like regular mortal humans or whatever. I think she's like doing it in his honor. Like she's like sad that he died or something. I don't know. I'm just putting that on it, on the movie itself. And of course the kids are curious because that's what kids do. But the grandma totally stokes this fire of like wanting to know more. She's like, I won't tell the kids anything about Halloweentown, but I'll read them this bedtime story called Halloweentown. And all of the characters in the book look just like the people in this room. So after the grandma's like short 1 hour visit, I don't know why the kids don't ask any questions about that. She says she has to leave and she sneaks out. But Marnie and her brother, Dylan's the name. Marnie and Dylan are curious, and so they follow Grandmother Aggie out to her bus. Turns out it's a flying bus, and it flies them to
Halloweentown.
And this is where you think the movie would get good. I don't know what the budget for this movie was, but I can tell you they hired about 40 extras. They went to a Spirit Halloween store, which I don't know existed in the 90s, and they just bought like 10 sets of 3 of the same mask, and they just kind of arranged them all differently. Not to worry, we will go over all of the background characters here in a little bit. So Marnie, Dylan, and it turns out Sophie also snuck aboard, are in Halloweentown. They start to go about exploring the little town square. They see that the pumpkin is a little off, and they remember something their grandma said, that there's something evil afoot in Halloweentown besides all the like monsters and skeletons and ghouls and whatever else. Something actually evil. You see, because monsters in Halloweentown, they're just regular people. They have bowling clubs. They have real jobs. There's a milkman. Is the milkman a monster who is also a milkman, or is his costume a milkman? These are the questions that start to pop up around Halloweentown. The kids soon meet the mayor. His name is Kalibar, and he's a charismatic warlock. What's the difference between a wizard and a warlock? I don't know. Maybe I will Google this. Difference between... According to Google, a wizard and a warlock both cast spells, but a wizard got their powers through education, and a warlock got their powers through like an evil pact of some kind. I guess it doesn't have to be evil. but they get it from a different entity. Makes a lot of sense with where this movie's going. So Kalibar, he seems very nice and kind, and he actually sends the kids off to find their grandma in a taxi driven by Benny.
Sure, it's just over the river and through the woods.
Benny is an animatronic skeleton with a very expressive face who makes horrible jokes. They get to their grandma's house, and their grandma doesn't at all seem surprised to see them. Like, she's not like, let's send you home. She's like, oh, here you are at my house that you've never been to, experiencing the fact that monsters are real. And the kids don't seem too freaked out by any of this either. They're just like totally cool with it. The grandma decides now is the time that she's going to solve this widespread evil that's starting to spread around Halloweentown. And we get our first glimpse at the evil when they look into this like cauldron-y thing, and we see like a jump scare of like a whoa! I don't know what he is. He's like maybe a scarecrow. He's maybe just an ugly guy with a scar. It's really hard to tell, and they never explain it. And so the grandmother gives us the quest of the movie. It turns out she tried to use an instant potion, which was expired or something like that. She needs to get 3 ingredients. They are werewolf fur, a vampire's tooth, and ghost sweat. So they're going to go into town to try to get these 3 ingredients. While in town, the grandmother does some more exploring, sort of showing them around. They get some ice cream. Oh, they see a broom shop. They run into a weird undead Elvis character.
Well, looks like you got your eye on our Windsweeper 5000.
This guy is either supposed to be Elvis or Beetlejuice or a combination of both. At the broom shop with Weird Elvis, Marnie and her grandmother get to fly around on a green screen for quite a while. It's lovely. It's cheesy. It's everything you want from a Disney Channel movie. And as they land, we meet one of our sort of minor antagonists, Luke. That's his name, Luke. He just seems like a regular human boy for now. He's sort of mean, but not that mean. Like maybe he's trying to bully Marnie, but she like totally stands up to him.
I'm something of a big cheese around here.
You know, I was kind of hungry, but then I smelled something stinky. It must have been the big cheese.
And then the weird Beetlejuice Elvis calls him a wiener.
That Luke dude, he's turned into such a wiener.
That's what happens. I'm just telling you what happens. Why did he choose to call him a
Wiener?
Unclear. It's unclear. It's just part of his character. And it's right about that time that the mom realizes they are not in their beds at home. I forgot to tell you, like, there's just one line about how time in Halloweentown, it works differently. That's why it's day in Halloweentown when they get there, and it's night at home, and maybe the time streams work differently. That's the explanation. So the mom, being from Halloweentown, comes to Halloweentown and confronts them. So mom is now in Halloweentown. We learn that Marnie has a real attitude problem.
I'm never talking to you again, you know. And I'm never going to school again. And I'm going to move someplace really far away and join a motorcycle gang.
Oh yeah, and the mom used to date Kalibar.
You always did let your magic do the talking. Thank you.
You used to like it. Or have you forgotten that part?
They have a real thing going on. Pretty soon, Luke comes up to the grandma and he's like, hey, I know a little something about the evil and he wants to talk to you.
Look, Grandma's going somewhere with the wiener dude.
So Luke just leads the grandmother and eventually the kids and everyone to the abandoned theater where eventually this happens.
No! Come on!
Marnie,
Grandma!
you'll be all right. Go. It's just an evil spell that freezes us.
Go! We have not been killed, for this was just a spell that will make us frozen until you put the talisman back in the pumpkin. We are not really hurt. Those didn't even hurt us. I just screamed out in agony as an effect of the movie. But I'm totally okay. I'm not dead. Don't worry, I'm not dead. Also, the light hurts Kalibar. That's Kalibar. I didn't tell you, but that's Kalibar. The light hurts the monster for no reason. We'll see later. This is the only time light really seems to hurt the monster. Or Kalibar. It's Kalibar. So now the kids are on their own to collect werewolf hair, a vampire's fang, and ghost sweat. And they run into exactly 0 obstacles in collecting these things. Yeah, the whole quest of the movie, it's just pretty much they go from place to place and they just get the things. No obstacles. This is like the very first quest in a video game where like you're just learning the ropes, and Professor Oak's like, okay, just go to the next town and like get something and bring it right back. The one thing in their way while they're going to find all the objects is Benny, the taxi driver, comes back, but now he's just super creepy.
What's with the third degree here? Get in the cab!
He goes up to the kids and he's like, get in my car right now. And his face turns like real evil. Sort of like that scary Bilbo moment in Lord of the Rings. But then they just untie a dog and it chases him, and that's it. It's a very easy obstacle. The reason that this movie's watchable is the crazy background characters. And so now it's time to go through a background character tier list. I took screenshots of all of the background characters I could find. We're gonna rank them now. We're gonna start with this guy. A Confederate soldier? Is that a Confederate soldier? I think it is, and so he's gonna be F tier. You secede from the Union, you're F tier. Next is this guy. He's sort of like a Obi-Wan Kenobi type character or something like that. A tier. That is just a guy wearing a weird hat. A background guy in black wearing a weird hat. Maybe Scottish. He's wearing a cable knit sweater. That's gonna go C tier. This guy is awesome. He's like a wolf man with a sweet mustache. That's an S tier background character right there. This is my favorite woman. If there was an S+, she'd be in it. She's just smiling at the camera. Every time we see her, she's just smiling straight into the camera. This is a white Rasta. Even in Halloweentown, they have white Rastas. I'm going to give him a B tier. This is a kid in a fez. He might go along with a genie that's in here somewhere. He's C tier. This is just a gentleman. No explanation. Maybe he's a wizard or a warlock. Seems like he got his powers from education. I'll give him a C tier. Oh look, here is the Union soldier. He's going in A tier. We got a Union soldier and a Confederate soldier. Are these ghosts? Hard to say. We saw a ghost earlier. He's sort of translucent, so maybe these are just soldiers. I don't know. Oh, here we have Pumpkin and Kid Pumpkinhead. I like the care that this adult Pumpkinhead is showing to the Kid Pumpkinhead. The kid has like he's going into the dentist, so he has like the classic tied jaw. They're going in A tier. What is this guy? Dumbledore? Is this Dumbledore? Dumbledore's great. S tier. Clearly a wizard. If you're going to be a wizard, dress as a wizard. I've always said that. Here we have Buff Vampire, I think. His just sort of ashen-faced buff vampire. He's at the gym. We're going to give him S tier. In fact, let's just play that gym monster scene. All the gym monsters are getting S tier.
Breathe with your left hand. Now we're gonna stroke and stroke. Keep those hips moving and stroke. Keep on going now. Stroke.
They're great. I'm going to group them in as this guy. Guy curling 30-pound dumbbells. He's S tier. You gotta lift. Even if you're a monster, you gotta lift. This is a leprechaun. Is a leprechaun a monster? I don't think so. We'll do Luck of the Irish at some point, and I don't think he's a monster. So I'm gonna give that a C tier. I actually take offense to that as an Irish person. This one made me laugh. I don't know why. She's just goofy. She's getting A tier. I'm assuming this guy is a zombie, though maybe he's just a dapper man sitting against a grave. That's not a costume. You're getting F tier. This guy is a happy straitjacket guy. That made me laugh also. You're getting a B tier. Again, a job is not a monster. I'm confused by this. Is this a monster who's also a waitress? Is she a witch who's also a waitress? Or is she just a waitress? I'm giving this waitress F tier. That's not a monster. This guy, I don't know what the costume is, but I don't like it. It may be a racial stereotype, I'm not sure. F tier. Yeti, he serves ice cream. That's on point. That's S tier. There's a lot of these guys lurking around. I think the guy on the bus said that they're demons. They're sort of generic demons. I don't know. That's a C tier for me. This is a lady with big hair, but I think maybe she's like an escaped convict, like a murderer. That's a real monster, so you're getting A tier. This guy, again, real monstrous monster. He's A tier. This one also made me laugh. It's just like a lady cyclops sitting next to two mummies. The mummies are clearly not people. I don't know if they're decorations for Halloween or if they are actually supposed to be like living Halloween things. So that's S tier. This is one of the first monsters we see, and it's like a ugly Franciscan monk. It's a monster who's also a Franciscan monk. I like that, so it's S tier. This guy made me really uncomfortable. It just, the way it walks and the way its butt is like too outlined, I did not like. That's an F tier for me. Pirate monster. That's a great one. That's a solid A. You got male monster. Now this is a monster with a job. It's clear to me. And that's S tier, a hardworking monster. Police monster. This would be F minus. What's he doing this whole time? He's just waving a baton around. He hasn't helped the town in any way. We never see him help at all. That's F tier. Male Cyclops. Again, I like these like paper mache heads. That's going to be an S tier. Here's the milkman. I don't know if he's a monster or just a milkman, but it made me laugh. So he's getting a B. Classic Frankenstein, that's a B tier. This woman, I'm pretty sure I saw her with someone else right before this. Let me see if I can find that clip.
Is there gonna be a Halloween party today, Grandma? Everybody's all dressed up.
Oh, this is the way we always dress, dear. The people who started your Halloween.
This woman is cheating on one of these people. She's flirting with two different monsters. That's an F tier. At some point, there is just marching band members. That's not a monster. Though a good outfit, you're getting C tier. Classy lady, you're getting A tier. Construction worker, not a monster. F. Genie holding his own lamp with another lady. I like that. A. And here's a group shot of all the monsters at the very end. You can see they just ran out of steam. Near the back, they just have like regular people. All right, let's get back to the plot. We've just seen the bad guy for the first time. We only have 24 minutes left in this movie. So they find all three of the things. We got the werewolf hair. We got the... What were they? We got the werewolf hair. We got the ghost sweat. We got the vampire's fang. By the way, when they pull the vampire's fang at the tooth fairy dentist office, there's just clearly black paint over one of the vampire's teeth that they just pulled out.
Wow, Doc, that didn't hurt at all.
It's the worst makeup in the whole movie, besides this guy. Anyway, they put them all together, they put them in the talisman, and they are going to go to the town square and save the town. They run into Luke, who's like really sorry. He didn't want that to happen to their mom and grandma. They start to sort of put together a plan. But uh-oh, the sky's swirling, clouds start forming over City Hall, and the evil monster scarecrow thing comes down, and he gives this big long speech.
Too long have we been exiled to this second-class world, forced to live here.
Essentially, he's saying that Halloweentown was formed to get away from Earth, but now he wants to invade Earth and take back what's truly theirs. And like most of the town is nodding along with him. I find that the most disturbing part of this whole movie. They were ready in an instant to just give up their peaceful town and just start ruining Earth. And then the monster, for no reason, says, "I'm actually Kalibar, the mayor." He's a charming, good-looking mayor. Why did he have to dress as a monster? Also, the sun doesn't bother him at all now. It doesn't make any sense. Why was he a scary monster? What's his real form? Is it the handsome man or is it the scary monster? Maybe that's a metaphor for all of us. All of us handsome men have a scary monster scarecrow inside. Something like that. But then suddenly the town seems scared of him after he turns into the town mayor and he spots Marnie in her hood running through the crowd. So he flies down and he starts shooting freeze balls at the back of her. But it turns out that was Luke. He was distracting Kalibar so that Marnie could climb up the pumpkin with the talisman. And then he just starts attacking this girl with his freeze balls. These people, they didn't hear the grandma's speech. They don't know that these are just balls of freezing energy. He could be killing kids right in front of them, and they do nothing. Where is the policeman? Where is the pirate monster? Where any of these monsters could rip Kalibar apart. But no, they just go along with his plan, okay? This is fascism. This is a metaphor about fascism, I think. So Marnie gets shot in the back, but as she does, she drops the talisman and it goes into the slot perfectly because of magic or whatever. Kalibar gets blasted by hot vampire tooth werewolf fur energy, and it kind of saps him. He falls to the ground. And everyone starts cheering. Everyone's going crazy. They're having a party. They were just going along with him like 1 second before, but now they're glad. You know, this is actually a metaphor about how the masses will just follow anyone, like a bunch of sheep. Isn't that what every zombie movie's about too? It's like about consumerism or something. Anyway, the powerful blast of energy actually unfroze everyone, including Marnie and Luke and the grandmother and mom. They come running to the scene. They're all back together. Seems like the day is saved. But wait! Kalibar gets up. He says, I don't know what you did that for. And he like reaches out and the talisman just flies into his hand like a Jedi.
Agatha.
But the grandma just like pulls out another talisman that we've never heard of or seen before, and she starts saying like "Wata ya poyata." I don't know what the words are. She starts like chanting, and then the mom starts chanting, and then the kids are like, "We'll join in too," and he's like, "Ha ha ha! You're not powerful enough." The brother is so mad that lightning starts coming out of his fingers. He's a warlock too. A wizard or a warlock? I don't know yet. I guess he hasn't done his learning yet. So then the whole family joins hands, and then they just sort of like hum. They stop the magic words. The magic words were useless. They hum all together at Kalibar, and he explodes. By the power of their humming, he explodes. Now the town is really having a party. These monsters start dancing in the street. Halloweentown is saved. We see Luke briefly during this time period, and it turns out he only partnered with Kalibar because he had like a giant nose, and he wanted to get rid of it by magic. And so he's like, I'm ugly. You don't like me, Marnie, anymore. She never really liked him, so I don't know what he's talking about. He's like, you wouldn't date a guy like me. And she's like, I'll kiss you right on your big bulbous nose.
Wow.
It's very weird. And then it's time to leave. The town rallies around them. They start getting on the bus. Everyone is waving goodbye. Marnie's like, what about my training? And the mom says, I'll train you now. She's going to be trained to be a witch. Don't worry, there's a Halloweentown too. We'll get to it eventually. They get on the bus, they fly away, and that's Halloweentown, part cozy childhood memories, part creepy back rooms because of a low budget. Just people walking in a square without any real direction. Halloweentown 2 doesn't come for a while. Let me know in the comments if you think I should skip ahead and do Halloweentown 2, Kalibar's Revenge. The name of it totally gives away the plot of this one. Thanks for watching, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time when we talk about the Disney Channel movie Can of Worms.